everyone, and welcome back to another video explaining how we can use Vlookup in Excel and Microsoft. This is Yassine that's talking from IT Learning Zone, and today I'm gonna show you guys how to use Vlookup in a proper way. So let's pretend that we have this type of data. We have a column called ID or a employee ID going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 99, and we have a column called first name, another column called address, another column date of birth, and the last column called salary. So let's pretend that we have a big sheet of data. We have, let's say, 1,000 of rows in this Excel sheet, which we can go through one by one to figure out some sort of data. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna use a function called VLOOKUP function, and this function we're gonna give her the employee ID, and it will do the job for us and bring us the correct information. So how are we gonna use VLOOKUP? So if, for example, let's see that we allocate like two cells here, one cell, let's call it employee ID, okay, and another one, let's say that we want the salary of an employee, which means that the employee, for example, number 403, I want to know what's the salary of that employee. So using the VLOOKUP makes it easy for us to grab the correct information and bring it back to us in a second. Okay, so let's go. We have an employee ID, and here we can put, for example, salary, and this is we want to give. We want the whoever will use this function to put the employee ID, and in the cell I want the salary for that employee ID to show up there. So let's change the color, for example. Right click, we go to format cell, fill. Let's give it this color, for example, and give this color, for example, green, just for the contrast. So we know we need to put the employee ID and where the result will show up. So we come here because we want the salary. We want to look up for the salary. So we're gonna come here and hit equal. All functions start with equal, just to let you know, guys. We hit equal and VLOOKUP. You gotta see it showing up here as a function. Double click on it. So what this function attributes are, the first attribute is lookup value, and the lookup value, what value we should look up for in that table or that information that we have to show up the salary. So the lookup value will be this cell here. That's where we're gonna put the lookup ID that we need to get the salary for. So we go there and press that. Okay, so we have it there, a comma, and the table array. Which table array we need to look in to find that information. So this the whole table. We gotta select the whole table. Like for example, we select from A2 to, for example, to here. Let's say that later on we want to add more information. We gotta look up in this area. Okay, and you put another comma. So now the column index number. So which column we want the information for? So we want the salary column, this column here. So this column, if we start from here, from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it needs to be the column number 5. Okay, And the range lookup is it true or false? We want the exact match, so we need to hit false. I'm gonna show you later on the difference between true and false. Let's start with false. So we want the exact information to show up there. If there is no, if that employee ID it's not in the table, it will show something else. It will show an error or something. That okay. So false. Close the parentheses and hit enter. Okay, because we're not given any data here, that's why it show this kind of error message. So let's say that I want the employee number, ID number, for example 99, which is Paul. 99, you hit 99 and enter. As you can see here, the salary for employee ID 99 is 800, if you can see it here. So let's say that we want number 3, for example. You hit enter. 3 is $4,000. Let's change this to format cell, change it to money, to currency. Okay, so we'll show exactly the same. All right. So for example, I want Joe, which the employee ID is 1. I want to know what's the salary for that employee. Number 1, hit 2,000. Exactly. So if I hit, like, for example, employee that doesn't exist in the Excel sheet or in the table, let's say I'm gonna hit 100, it's giving me this error message. We can't change this error to show something that we want. Let's say if, for example, if error, we can use the if statement. Like if we go if and we go error, okay, if error, and we give it the value if error here. So I want you to show employee does not exist. Okay, close the parenthesis and hit enter. All right, you see, now we customized uh, uh, an error message that will show up there instead of the weird error message. So let's say if I put 3 here, 4,000. If I put 200, for example, that doesn't exist in the table, will show me the error message. Okay, so this is one thing. Second thing that I want you guys to understand, the false attribute here. Let's say if I change this to true, okay, I want to change it to true, okay, and hit enter. As you can see here, it changed. So what the true said, this attribute here, if we go and enter, so hold on. So if I go and true, if you can see here, approximate match, which means that the the highest number lowest to what I'm looking for, that's the data that I want to show up for. Like for example, it's 220. So if I put 220, what's the highest number in the table and it's lower than 220? It will be a 99, okay? So that's why it's showing me 800 for this. Let's say that I put, for example, something between 5 and 99. Let's say put, like, for example, 80. What's going to show me? It's going to show me the data for the employee ID 5, which is going to be 1500. Okay, that's it. That's the difference between true and false. I hope you all, this will be the video for today, and I hope you enjoy it and you profit the max of it. So Vlookup is very helpful in some way, and I'll be showing you guys next how we use HLOOKUP, which means the horizontal lookup. It's the same methodology, but it's a different way of looking up for an information. Okay, I wish you the best, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video to motivate me for more videos and I wish to enjoy this video and make it helpful for you to accomplish your tasks. Thank you so much.